Hey fam, welcome back. MarshaunO here, your favorite life and relationship strategist, and you keep returning to MarshaunO because you have decided that you want to be a part of the top 1% of couples that have extraordinary relationships. So today, first of all, let me just say thank you guys for continuously sending me the questions, because I have another question to answer today. If you have a question, send it to me in my email, which is down in the description box below. Now, the question of the day is, what advice would I give to someone that is newly dating, sort of in their late teens, early 20s, and even 30s? Somebody that's really jumping into the dating scene. Maybe you have been in school, you put dating off because you want to get your schooling, and now you're like, what do I do? How do I date? How do I put myself out there? So I want to answer that question here today. The advice that I would give to you is to show up as yourself. Don't go along with the crowd wants you to do, or what society tells you to be, or how you have to show up, how you're supposed to act. Be your true authentic self, because the more that you show up as your authentic self, the more you will be happy with the person that you are, the person that you are becoming, and you will truly attract the people that want to be around you and that you also want to be around. So show up and be your true authentic self. Put yourself out there and just, again, show up and be you. The second piece of advice that I would give to you is, specifically when it comes to dating, is to slow down your anxiousness, your anxiety, your thoughts about, am I going to find someone? When am I going to find someone? I'm X age, and by this age, I thought that I was going to be fill in the blank. So I want you to slow down your thoughts, slow down just jumping into anything, because now you need to check that box. Slow down. The third piece of advice that I would give to you is be in touch and get in touch with yourself. If you have not started to work on yourself to really find out what makes you you, what makes you tick, what makes you feel desired. What do you actually want from a potential partner? What do you want from a potential relationship? Who do you want to become while you're in that relationship? Then you need to stop. You need to slow down. You need to do the work on yourself, because the more, which is point 3, the more that you do the work on yourself, the more you'll be able to show up as your authentic self. The better person, the better man, the better woman you will attract. And so all of those frogs, as my mom used to tell me, you're going to have to kiss a lot of toads to get your prince, a lot of frogs to get your prince. All of that will be cut out the more that you work on you. Because here's the thing. Most people think that once they jump into the relationship, that stuff, that baggage, that junk, that muck and mire that you were in is somehow just has disappeared to never show up again, which is absolutely false. There will be something that happens, a trigger that happens, where you go into defense mode, or you start to be clingy, your abandonment issues come up, your father issues come up, your mother issues come up, all these things. Your low self-esteem comes up, your low confidence comes up. All these things start to come to the surface once you get into this relationship. And so again, the more that you work on you, the more that you know you, the more that you're able to stand in yourself and say, you know what? I'm taking responsibility for how I'm reacting. I'm taking responsibility for how I'm showing up. The more you're able to do that, the more self-aware and conscious you are about who you are, the better type of woman, the better type of man that you will attract. So slow it down. The fourth piece of advice that I would give to you is ask a ton of questions. I know that I've been saying that lately, and especially if you're just finding my channel for the very first time, definitely search my channel for my recent videos. I've been asking you guys a ton of questions, or I should say I've been putting a ton of questions on my channel for you to ask your potential partner, depending on what stage you're in. But go and search those questions, because it's going to make a hell of a difference, the types of questions that you ask. Because if you're just asking what type of job he or she has, which sibling they are in the family, do they have any siblings, do you like cats and dogs, all of that's cute, but it's not going to get you to really understand the root the core of the person. And again, why he or she reacts the way he or she does, why they yell, or why they strike out, or why they feel the need to be clingy, or why the why questions. You want to get to the deeper questions. So yes, you can start off with the superficial questions. Like, what's your last name? What do you do? You know, all those cute questions just to break the ice. Yeah, you can start off with all of those. But really, when you're deciding to build a life, when you're deciding to get even in a relationship with the person, you really want to get to the root or the core, the meat of who he or she is, because that is going to help you in the long run, but it's also going to help you to make a clearer decision about him or her. Is this person actually for you? Are they in the mindset that you actually need them to be in, so you guys can actually build a healthy romantic relationship together instead of it being one-sided? Ask a ton of deep questions. Now, ladies, I love you, but don't ask a ton of deep questions all in one date. You're trying to peel back the onion. And you're peeling back the onion every time you see him. Fellas, every time you see her, you're pulling back the onion. You're not doing it all in one night. Now, men have a better understanding and way of going about asking their qualifying questions. Women, we have to catch up to that and not feel like we have to get it all in one night, because number one, it's impossible to do, but number two, when the relationship starts off super fast, it fizzles out and dies just as fast. So that's just a bonus tip that wasn't on my radar to give you. So again, the more that you work on yourself, the more that you know who you are, the better you'll be able to show up, the better person that you'll actually attract in your life. The fifth piece of advice, I can't talk today, okay? The fifth piece of advice that I would give to you, somebody that's newly dating, or maybe even putting yourself back out here, but you're in your early 20s, early 30s, I would like for you to understand that even if this man or woman does not work out for you, it's okay to start all over again. Because here's the thing that you want to think about and realize. You are actually saving yourself from the heartache, the pain, and the D word. Yes, the divorce word, by picking and choosing the person and slowing everything down today. So the more that you slow things down today, the better you will be for tomorrow. It's just like your investment, like you're putting your investment, your money into the stock market or into real estate. You're paying it forward. You're investing in it now so you can get the payoff later on. That's exactly what you're doing in your relationship. So you slowing down, you being intentional, you asking the questions, you're seeing what this person is really like and not thinking about what society is saying or how old you are, when is the baby coming, and I'm saying that because this is the people in your ear. When are you going to find a man? When are you going to find a woman? When are you going to settle down? When is the kids coming? When are you going to give me grandkids? Like, you got all this stuff in your head, and we have to take, I'm picking this stuff out. We got to pick all this junk out and actually start to build and create our own lives, our own relationships. We have to stop living for our parents. We have to stop living in their shadows. We have to stop trying to seek their approval. Do you seek and have your own approval? If you are living your life for somebody else, you're already losing. I love my mom. I love my dad, but I cannot live my life for him or for her. I have to live my life for me. I have to be a role model, an example for now my little one, for my daughter. And I don't want to try to force and live her life for her either. I have to let her be. So yes, you love all of your friends, your family, and all the people that are in your ear, but at some point you have to shut the door. You have to slam the door and lock that joker and be able to listen and hear your own voice. The last piece of information that I wanted to give to you, which is point number 6, is you know I'm a believer for sure, so I have to talk about God in here. And even if you're a person that does not go to church like regularly or even at all, you need to continuously be up on your prayer. You need to continuously be up on your prayer. Like, yes, going to church service, and right now we'll probably be watching it online. Do all of that, read your Bible, do all of that, right? Talk about God to other people, but you need to establish a prayer life for yourself so God can help you to discern, so you can use your God-given discernment when these men, when these women come into your life, so He So you can silence yourself and hear God's voice speaking to you and through you to say, she's good, he's good. No, get him out the way. Get her out the way. You can only hear God's voice when you get still. And that could be you being still by going throughout your day. And all of a sudden, okay, seriously, this is not, I cannot be the only one that this has happened to. So think about this. Sometimes you have something on your mind and you don't have the answer for it. And maybe you get the answer through a crazy thing or person. And I say crazy because you didn't know that this thing was coming. It could be through a book that you just read, like this particular line. It could be an article that you read. It could literally be a stranger that feels the need that they have to come up to you and deliver a message to you, because God works in mysterious ways. But the only way you will be able to hear that voice and to be able to say, you know what? I heard it, God, and it's for, like, you're sending me the answer for that thing that I've been praying about, that I've been thinking about, that I've been asking for your help. You're only going to be able to do that if you slow down and get quiet and get still. You want to be able to pray about and pray for your potential spouse. Again, praying for discernment so you can understand who's in front of you. Is this a good fit for you or not? Because here's the thing, God also gives us the power of choice. He also gives us the power of choice. But if you're not able to hear his voice, you do have a right to choose whomever you want to. But why not get the clarity that you need? Why not use your God-given discernment by just slowing things down so you can actually hear his voice, so you can know if he or she is right for you, so you don't have to worry about going down this road of potential divorce. So you can see that you and this person, you and your potential spouse, are actually on the same page, and you're not just floundering around and, jumping from relationship to relationship, or just giving your body away to any and everybody. Slow it down. My bonus. Now, this is bonus number 2. Bonus number 2 is to take advantage of the dating that you can do right now during COVID. What does that mean? That means online dating. That means meeting, right? Which is online. Even through a friend, you might do FaceTime, Skype, whatever, right? Going through the IG app or going through Facebook Messenger, just so you can actually see the person. Just like you can see me in video form, you can see the person. Take advantage of this time so you can actually slow things down, so you don't feel the pressure or feel the need to actually give away your body faster than you would even want to. And that one actually goes for men and women, because yes, I know women do this a lot, and then we regret it, like, holy crap, I wish I would have slowed that down. I wish I wouldn't have did that soon, blah, 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 blah. Maybe you don't hear from the guy, whatever. You got all this stuff going in your head. But the more people that I coach, the more people that I talk to, specifically the men, they're saying, sometimes, I don't even want to have sex, but maybe the woman is pressuring me, and I feel like I have to do it because she wants to. Don't get me wrong, he might want to have sex with you, but he didn't necessarily want to have sex with you in that moment, and he's doing it, because, of course, like I said, you and him both want to get a taste, so we already know that. But the point is, both of you can take advantage of the slowing down portion, so you don't feel the pressure of sex, so you can actually build up the connection. Build up the connection between you two by asking those questions, by making the dates, by sitting in front of the camera, maybe watching movies together, right? Maybe eating dinner together, maybe just having a tea break or coffee break, whatever. Together, though, asking questions, the anticipation is rising, like, oh, he about to call you, that whole little giddy feeling, the butterflies in your stomach, oh, he about to call, she about to call, and then you get your coolness on when the camera turn on, but the buildup of it all. So take advantage of that. Take advantage of that. And actually, I did a video about that when COVID first happened, about how you really should be jumping online, because it's going to help you to slow things down, to help you build that connection, to help you see the person without physically seeing them, and then knowing that even if you see them once or twice, the point of it is to slow everything down. Take advantage of this situation that's happening, and don't look at it as just being the worst thing in the world. Now we got to wear our mask, and country open up and then country shut back down. Don't see the lemon, see the lemonade. That's all I have for you, ladies and gentlemen. If you made it this far, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And guess what? If you are just finding my channel for the very first time, then subscribe for more videos like this. And I will see you guys in a future video. Bye.